Hello everyone, I'm Veronica and welcome to my channel. This practice is perfect if you're feeling like you need to de-stress from a really long, busy day, or you feel like you need to unwind before bed. This practice will be completely on the floor, so just a heads up, it's not going to be anything too strenuous. We're just going to be relaxing and stretching on the floor. So when you're ready, just bring yourself into easy seat and just placing your hands onto your lap, and we'll just start off by rolling the neck, so allowing the head to tilt over towards your left, and then just start to roll the head forward, and then just allowing the head to fall towards the other side, and then doing that again, just rolling it forward and then letting it pause onto the other side. Good. So we'll keep rolling the head, just doing half circles here, just warming up through the neck, making this movement slow, moving with intention. Good, and then just doing one more on each side. And then when you're ready, just allow the head to come back to the center. All right, so now interlacing the hands behind you. And then from here, we're just going to allow the head to tilt over towards the left again. And then you're just going to bring the fist over to your left hip. If you can't get it onto the outside of a hip, that's completely fine. Just try to reach as much as possible. And then just allowing the head to just rest on the side here. So you should feel a nice stretch in the right side of the neck. You can close the eyes down. And then just breathing here, inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. All right, so now bringing the head over to the other side and bringing the fist over onto that same side. Good. Just allowing the head to be nice and heavy, closing the eyes down if you feel like it. And just allowing yourself to breathe here as you feel into the side of the neck opening up. And then allow the head to come back to the center. Release your bind. And now from here, we're just going to start to walk the hands forwards and come into a fold. So as you're folding forward here, I want you to really try to round through the spine like you would in your cat pose. And it's completely okay if you can't go so low to the ground, even just being up here and just reaching forward. We just want to try and get that rounding in the spine. And what we're doing here is we're creating space in the vertebrae. Maybe even trying to reach your chin towards your chest. Good, and then walking the hands backwards and doing that with the opposite leg in front. Feeling nice and awkward here, and then start to walk the hands forwards. Notice how this side may be feeling different to the other. And rounding through the spine, creating space. And taking an inhale here. And exhale. Good. Now walking your hands backwards to help lift yourself up. All right, so now reclining all the way back. So what we'll do here first is to just hold on to the backs of the thighs, rounding through the spine, and then just slowly let the spine roll down onto the mat. And once you've arrived, bring your knees up towards your chest, wrapping your arms around your shins, and we'll sway side to side here. So keeping the movement nice and slow, and just massaging the low back as you rock. And now taking 2 breaths together here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And now finding stillness. Let's now come into happy baby. So start to bring the feet up. Soles of the feet parallel to the ceiling. And then just bring your hands onto the outsides of the feet. If you can't reach for the outsides of the feet, option to either hold on to the ankles or onto the shins. And then option to either stay still or you can rock side to side. And let's breathe together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right, so now finding stillness if you are rocking. And then from here, we're going to come into reclined butterfly. So different options for our reclined butterfly. So you can either bring the soles of the feet together and interlace the hands around the blade edge of the feet, or you can allow the blade edge of the feet to rest down onto the mat, and then you could just have your knees resting out to the sides. So whichever option you use, just make sure that you are doing it to the point where it's not too painful. So you just want it to be a nice gentle stretch. And then once you've settled into the pose, just closing the eyes down and just listening to the sound of your breath, keeping your connection with it. And maybe even visualizing softness as you breathe in, letting the body start to melt as you breathe out. All right, so now releasing the pose. You can bring your hands onto the outsides of the knees and push the knees in together. And then just allow the feet to come down onto the mat. Knees are bent, and we'll now come into reclined pigeon. So you're going to now cross the right leg over the left, holding onto the back of the thigh. And then just making sure that you're feeling a stretch in the right hip. And now taking a breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And now release. Switching sides, crossing the left leg over the right. And then taking your bind here. Noticing the stretch, the left side of the hips now. And taking 2 breaths here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And now releasing the legs. Uncross them. And now shuffling your hips over to the left side. Extend the left leg long. Right knee comes up. And then allow the knee to fall towards the left. Anchor the knee down with your left hand. And then extend your right arm out long. Try to take your gaze towards it. And continue to breathe at your own pace. And now switching sides. Shuffling the hips over to the left. Extend the right leg long. Left knee comes up. Allow the knee to fall to the right. Anchor the knee down with the right hand. Extend the left arm out long, taking your gaze towards it. Just breathing as you stretch here. And now slowly release. And now to bring yourself up, you're just going to allow yourself to roll over to one side, leaning in towards the floor, and then just start to push yourself up. And now from here, let's come into forward fold. So our final pose, extending the legs out in front of you. If you have really tight hamstrings, you're welcome to just keep the knees nice and soft. Otherwise, if you want to deepen the stretch, flex the toes back towards you, lengthen up through the spine, and then start to reach the heart forward as you fold down. So as you're folding here, just keep that connection with the breath, and then also bringing in that visualization once again of that softening. So just imagining inhaling softness into the body, and as you exhale, melting further towards the mat. Maybe upon every exhale, you feel yourself just folding deeper. Now, when you're ready, just start to release out of the stretch, rolling the spine up as you come up. So now coming back into our easy seat. And now bring your hands together in front of your heart space, closing the eyes down. And taking in this moment of stillness to acknowledge yourself for gifting yourself this time and space to practice. And now, bringing your thumbs to your third eye center. The light within me honors and sees the light within you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me tonight. I really hope that this practice has helped you feel a little more relaxed, loosened up, and ready for a good night's sleep. Have a great evening, everyone, and namaste.